Good morning. Welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Monday again. Monday, Christmas Eve. It is December the 23rd, and we are here to look at the new releases that have been published this week. Quick announcements. I don't have any sprints tonight. I think they're on either Tiffany's or Storm's tonight. I will have them tomorrow, though, Christmas Eve. We're going to be starting an hour earlier than usual. Normally it's at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Tomorrow they'll start at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll go for as long as we feel like. Also, quick announcements. I won't have a morning show tomorrow or Thursday, mostly because there's not a lot of books being published this week. Each day after today is only like 3 books in each genre, so decided to not fight it. So on Thursday we'll be looking at all 3 genres that we usually do on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. We'll be looking at mysteries and thrillers, romance, and fantasy sci-fi on Thursday. Hi Kim, good morning. Did you have a good weekend? Hi, Emily. Hello. I can actually watch. I'm so sorry we're not going to have them on Tuesday and Wednesday. It's just there's not a lot of books there. Usually I'm arriving at work and unpacking, checking email when you go. You have 2 weeks off. You are going to enjoy very much, not just the whole time, but the not having to go. I think we might be off tomorrow. We are really heading in that direction. How you doing on the Sanderson? I saw you were in the 200s yesterday. I'm having a book hangover, so but there's no rush on what I'm going to read next. Of course, another announcement in January, I'll be doing the readathon again of the Midwinter Hist Mist. So read as thou wilt of any historical mysteries. Well, I'm on a boil or due to... Oh, no. Oh, no. Girlfriend, it's always something. Shoot. Well, hunker down. You've got a good book. Have some snacks. Discord shows Stormy. Okay. It's on Stormy's channel. I didn't do much reading yesterday as I did a lot of laundry. Oh, yeah. Get that all out of the way. All righty. Oh yes, and tonight we will have chapter 23 of our Advent Calendar Cozy Mystery Bedtime Read Aloud on the spin-off channel Tales for Bookeemonsters. Oh, my nose is itching. And heat working too well and having a hard time opening the front door. It's been fun. Oh, girl. Get in bed, read your book, have snacks. That's what I say. Hist Mist is January, did you say? Yes. Twice a year, the Midsummer Hist Mist and the Midwinter Hist Mist. And January is our Midwinter Hist Mist. Had a wonderful weekend with my Missouri family, staying at my daddy's until Thursday. Oh, I'm so glad that you're able to enjoy. Fantastic. Speaking of Hist Mist, we will start with a series I enjoy on our Cozy Mysteries. There's always Cozy Mysteries. Now it says 3 of 3. It's actually like 7th in series. For some reason, they started counting over when they changed the cover style. So this is actually a 7th in the Useful Woman series. Start with the Useful Woman. This is Matter of the Secret Bride by Darcy Wilde. I do enjoy this series. I am a little bit behind. I think I haven't read the last book yet. King George IV is petitioning Parliament for a divorce from his queen on the grounds of her adultery, but rumor has it that the king secretly married Maria Fitzherbert long before he married the queen. Now Mrs. Fitzherbert has been robbed, and she's frantically calling on Rosalind for help. Because what those thieves took is proof that she and King George did really marry. That single piece of paper could destroy Mrs. Fitzherbert and her family, or it could prove the king guilty of bigamy. Rosalind races to investigate. With her is ex-Bow Street officer Adam Harkness, with whom Rosalind shares a complex and rapidly intensifying bond. But a case of theft soon turns to murder. Josiah Poole, a disreputable attorney specializing in helping debtors and who has been seen entering Mrs. Fitzherbert's house, is found brutally murdered. Mrs. Fitzherbert has debts. Could she have staged the theft and employed Mr. Poole to sell the marriage certificate? Or is the truth even more complicated? Mrs. Fitzherbert's daughters have secrets of their own, and Poole himself has no shortage of enemies. So, if you are if you're wanting to read something and you've already read all the Veronica Speedwells and you've read all the Sherry Thomases and you're taking a break between the C.S. Harrises, that one is a good one. I'll have to put Studying Scarlet Women on my TBR now. Oh, I adore that series. Kim, they are flying back today. Oh! Good morning, Mary. Happy Monday. 2 madcap days before the big day. Hope everyone is doing great and enjoying the season. Back at you, baby. And I think you saw my instant message for saying thank you. I'm not quite sure if you did, but just want to say again, thank you. Elena, good morning. Just finished Bitter Paradise. Oh, by Ross Penny. Let's give it to you. Yay! Congratulations! Woo! Good job. How are you doing? Hi, Elena. And rated it 4.5 stars. That is definitely a good rating. Alrighty, let's jump back in. I don't usually do anthology type things, but it's Christmas week, and we've got to fill in our new releases. This is the big name, of course, is Carleen O'Connor. There's also Peggy Earhart and Liz Ireland, Irish Soda Bread Murder. These are based around Irish soda bread recipes, I believe. The Carleen O'Connor book is called novella is Irish Soda Bread Murder. Peggy Earhart's is An Irish Recipe for Murder. Liz Ireland's is Mrs. Claus and the Sinister Soda Bread Man. I won't go into each one of those because they are each have a large paragraph, but there you go if you want to read a collection of novellas. Now this series I have not read, but I adore the covers. The covers are just absolutely stunning to me. I would have these as posters. I tried to read it and it was not hitting for me, the writing style, but I haven't given up yet. But I believe these covers are just absolutely gorgeous. This is by Andrea Hicks. I don't know who she bribed, had dirt on, murdered somebody to get such gorgeous covers, but they are beautiful. Murder at the Christmas Casino is this. This is book number 13, so she's got 13 gorgeous covers. Have I mentioned she's got gorgeous covers? You are good? Oh, good to hear. Thanks for asking. You are welcome, honey bunny. All we have planned today is library. That's all you have time for. Library takes all day. I need to hit Wi-Fi so I can download some books to my tablet. Oh, yes. London, Christmas, 1925. Camille and Richard thought they were in for a festive evening out when they were invited to a glamorous Christmas celebration at one of London's most exclusive casinos, the London Ivy Rooms, invited by the enigmatic drinking game. Lady Agnes Dunbar, whom they had previously met under mysterious circumstances in Cairo. The event promises glittering lights, high-stakes gambling, and a touch of Christmas magic. But when the holiday cheer takes a dark turn and a dead body is discovered among the revelers, it becomes clear that not everything is as it seems. Lady Agnes, a government agent with a penchant for secrecy and surprises, reveals that she's been on the trail of a fraudulent betting ring operating within the casino's luxurious walls. Camille, Richard, Cecily, Elsie, and Molly are drawn into a deadly game of deception and intrigue as the stakes rise. What dead body? Book number 33 in the Chronicles of Brother Hermitage by Howard of Warwick. I've not read this series. 33 books. How does Brother Hermitage investigate a murder when he isn't allowed to mention the murder? Wat the Weaver is told that a body was left on his doorstep, and so the situation is absolutely clear. There was no body, no one has died, and he probably doesn't even have a doorstep. Meanwhile, Hermitage can work out what has happened, without telling anyone, obviously. Interrogating people is completely out of the question. Inquiring whether anyone is missing will only cause trouble, and under no circumstances must anyone mention that the body had a touch of the Norman about it. So this investigation is going to call for subtlety, cunning, and a piercing insight into human nature, but Brother Hermitage will just have to give it a go. Huh. Interesting. Mrs. Morris and the Venomous Valentine. I have the Camille Devine series on my TBR. Yep. Does she have gorgeous covers? I know, but I might not have mentioned it. Gorgeous covers. And I've heard that she has gorgeous. I know. It's a secret, but the computer wrote that since Word, not me. Apparently the computer thought I needed the word since instead. Oh, that's okay. Or should I say since? Yes. It pleases me greatly. Mrs. Morris and the Venomous Valentine by Tracy Wilton, 9th in the Salem B&B Mysteries. A full house is nothing new to Charlene and her ghostly friend Dr. Jack Strathmore, but this Valentine's Day, their Salem, Massachusetts inn isn't filled with romantic couples. Instead, every room is booked by formerly famous photographer Dane Stallone for a Cupid-themed calendar he hopes will jumpstart his sagging career. Though Charlene's hands are full with a dozen gorgeous models, Dane is the only diva, pitching fits, making unreasonable demands, and generally being a mood killer until a real killer strikes and puts the whole shoot on ice. With more suspects than a jumbo box of chocolates, Charlene, Jack, and Detective Sam Holden race to find the one person filled with murderous intent. Can a ghostly friend race? I have questions. End of row 1. The Case of the Missing Maid. Nippy here in Virginia, 14 degrees. Holy moly! I think that's colder than we are. We are starting in the 20s, but we are having a green Christmas. It is going to be hitting 50s again. The Case of the Missing Maid by Rob Osler, first in the Harriet Murrow series. Chicago, 1898. Rough around the edges, Harriet Murrow has long been drawn to the idea of whizzing around the city on her bicycle as a professional detective, solving crimes for a living without having to take a husband. Just 21, with a younger brother to support, she seizes the chance when the prestigious Prescott Agency hires her as its first woman operative. The move sparks controversy, with skeptical male colleagues, a high-strung office secretary, and her boss, Mr. Theodore Prescott, all waiting for her to unravel under the pressure. Only an hour into the job, Harriet has an assignment: discover the whereabouts of a missing maid from one of the most extravagant mansions on Prairie Avenue. Owner Pearl Bartlett has a reputation for sending operatives on wild goose chases around her grand estate, but Harriet believes the stunningly beautiful Agnes Wozniak has indeed vanished under mysterious circumstances, possibly a victim of kidnapping, possibly a victim of something worse. With Mr. Prescott pushing a hard deadline, Harriet's burgeoning career depends on working through a labyrinth of eccentric characters and murky motives in a race to discover who made Agnes disappear. When her search leads to Chicago's Polish community and a new friendship in Agnes's charming older sister Barbara, clues scattered across the city slowly reveal just how much depends on Harriet's inexperienced investigation for answers and the deep danger that awaits once she learns the truth. I've never really liked mysteries set in Chicago. I don't know why. I prefer, of course, UK-based ones, but that's just me. The Biscuit Tin Murders, number 5, A Cold Case at Christmas by Mena Van Prague, 5th in the series. 1970s, I know, that's probably considered historical. That's sad. Cambridge, England, A Cold Case at Christmas. After officially launching her Biscuit Tin Detective Agency, Olive is delighted when she receives her first case. Miss Westmacott asks her to investigate a cold case, the disappearance of her sister, Enid, over 50 years ago. Having waited months for a bite, the detective agency cafe is finally in business. A cozy community. Together with Hugo, Olive reopens the case and tracks down the remaining witnesses who'd attended the Mattingly Girls Boarding School back in 1921 as a local residential care home. Meanwhile, her best friend Millie is keeping a secret of the heart of her own, and Blythe is finally dating again after being heartbroken by Mr. Harrington. As Olive starts to unearth long-buried truths about Enid's disappearance, she discovers that the answers to this particular mystery are far more complicated and unexpected than they first appeared. Yeah, they probably even consider the 80s and 90s as historical at this point. Now, this one, Royal Fright by G.J. Bellamy. 7th in the Sophie Burgoyne mysteries. I don't care. I understand what the cover is about, but it's just not attractive. That's all I'm going to say about that. London is about to explode, and Burgoyne's secret agency must stop the catastrophe, but only if they can find out who, when, where, and how before it's too late. Like, solve it. It's the 1920s, and people are expected to call upon their own resources and use their wits to accomplish whatever task is set before them, as Sophie finds out. She and her agents are catapulted into royal circles, where they attempt to do their very best. But when both king and country are imperiled, will their efforts be enough? Warning, may contain escapism and British humor. All right, I might have to check that out. I do like British humor. Mystic Mistletoe, Isle of Enchantment Mystery Book number 5 by Stephanie D'Amour. D'Amour? 5th in this series. 5th of 6. This is a crossover from an Enchanted Waters mystery series. The holiday season is anything but peaceful in Coconut Bay as Iona finds herself in the middle of a high-profile murder investigation. The victim, Sylvia Donwood, was co-owner of Celestial Bay Inn, a new luxury supernatural retreat catering to Coconut Bay's magical elite. Sylvia's suspicious death sends shockwaves through the community, especially when it's discovered she kept a ledger of secrets on her guests. Sylvia had no shortage of enemies. Allegra Frost, a socialite, witch, and rival. Harlan Keene, a local businessman whose secrets run deep. Mira Hart, potion master with a grievance. Lucian Webb, her rejected business partner, all had ties to Sylvia, and all had something to gain from her downfall. As Iona and Kia dig deeper, they uncover traces of dark magic, hidden rivalries, and long-standing grudges that seem to twist around Sylvia's life like strands of mistletoe. With her spirited companion Spark by her side and holiday lights casting a glow on each clue, that's weird, Iona finds herself unraveling secrets that could shatter the fragile peace in Coconut Bay. End of row 2. I like British humor as well. If you like British humor, have you read The Air Affair by Jasper Fforde? Wow. And the audiobook is really, really good as well. A Cryptic Christmas Catnapping by David W. Robinson, 13th in the Mrs. Capper's Casebook series. Is there a link between a missing cat and cryptic text messages? Christine doesn't think so, but how can she be sure? And it's not as if she has time for such nonsense. She has a massive shopping to get through before Christmas, and the last thing she needs is a cat gone AWOL and a welter of twaddle on her phone. Accusations against a respected lawyer, ghosts from the past haunting her on the streets of Haxford, vexatious vets, cranky cattery proprietors, a crossword genius who solves the text too quickly for Christine's liking, and a police force too busy with other matters to be bothered by her problems. It's all part of the pre-Yuletide stress, but can she find or save her troublesome tomcat in time to enjoy Christmas? And it's only 125 pages. A Measure of Mayhem by Simone Steer, fourth in a Cafe Crimes Cozy Mystery series. Winter in Magnolia Grove means snowy streets, local cheer, and a feud so frosty it could rival the weather. When a polar plunge at the annual Frost Fest ends in murder, suspicion falls on the ambitious and some say cutthroat owner of Feda and Friends. Parker Hayes, part-time sleuth and full-time coffee fanatic, isn't convinced the case is as simple as it looks. Armed with a double shot of determination and her signature wit, Parker begins to uncover a tangled web of grudges, shady property deals, and small-town secrets, all brewing just beneath the surface. Can Parker and her friends untangle the truth, catch a killer, and still manage serving specialty drinks at Cacio Latte? Or will her sleuthing land her on thin ice with a cold-hearted criminal? Pour yourself a cup of intrigue. This book will keep you guessing until the very last page with its quirky characters, twisty turns, and delicious small-town drama. All right. Everybody remember that is where we parked. We'll be looking at these. See? I knew it. For sure on Friday. Possibly on Thursday if there isn't a whole lot to fill the time there. Again, quick announcement. I'm not going to be having the morning show tomorrow or on Wednesday. There's just not enough books being published this week because of the holiday. So on Thursday morning, we'll be back here and we'll be looking at the mysteries, thrillers, romance, and fantasy and sci-fi. And if there's time, some more of the cozy mysteries, but definitely some more of the cozy mysteries on Friday. Sprints tonight on Tiffany's channel, no, Storm's channel, and I'll have sprints tomorrow evening, Christmas Eve, and we'll be starting an hour early. I know Tiffany's doing some sprints too. I'm hoping we're not going to overlap, but I'll be starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And tonight's channel, chapter 23 on Tales for Bookeemonsters spin-off channel in the Cozy Mystery Advent Calendar book that we are reading. Kim, have a great day. You too. Enjoy the library. Enjoy your family. Elena, thanks so much. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow. Emily, have a great rest of your day. Back at you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks so much. Have a great day, everyone. Don't stress. Just enjoy the time. Have some great mornings off. Well deserved for sure. Well, thank you. Merry Christmas. I will see you guys soon. Kim will be at church tomorrow night. Gotcha. Yeah, this is definitely for those who might just need some company or time to de-stress after a day. Will be in. Oh, nice. Enjoy. All right, guys, have a good Monday. Have a very good Christmas or Hanukkah, whatever it is that you celebrate. Hope to see you during sprints. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on Thursday, the candlelight service. We had to go every year for sure. That's one of the really, really nice ones. All right, be safe. You guys are in my heart. And as the banner says here, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom. Have a good day. God bless.